Hey, what's up, fam? I wanted to go over the whole thing right now. I'm thinking about Touka. So Touka, or Touka, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going with Touka. The new girl to join the Fairy Tale Guild, the one of the three that actually, the one of the three that would that joined at the start of chapter 1 of the 100 Years Quest, but the only one that stayed, at least that we know of stayed, who, her reason that she's in love with Natsu, and I think that's entertaining. And I'll tell you why. I know, like I said in one of my other videos, is people have been looking at it and saying like, "Oh, she's just a Juvia clone. Why did we need this?" And I'll say the thing about her that I like, even though she does seem to have a very similar appeal to Juvia, but obviously flipped to gray. But it's not like it's Eden Zero where it's oh, you just reuse the same character. This has been kind of copied, redesigned a little bit, and shifted, but put next to the original. And it's not like somebody who was like had the exact same mindset to where they end up getting. These two have the same kind of ideas, but towards two different people in a way that they kind of clash. And I like that seeing Juvia get riled up, where usually when she goes up to people and she like tries to talk shit about, like having a thing for Gray or like showing attention towards Gray, a lot of them are just like, Lucy's just like, no, I'm not in this, stop. But now we have Touka, who's just like, yeah, you probably don't like Gray as much as like Natsu. Eat a dick. Probably won't be Gray's dick. Something funny like that, where you see like them get pissed off at each other, and they definitely already have a rivalry. But beyond that, something that was kind of mentioned both in the series and out of the series is when she kind of brings up Gray's, like, other girls that are kind of like usually associated. One is Briar of the Avatar cult that had a thing for Gray. That Gadgil kind of is like, how the hell does she know about Briar? Like, most of the fans don't remember Briar. Like, I'm probably one of the only people that do. The only other person I've ever seen in a video that could see her and be like, hey, it's Briar, without looking at the naming, is the Clem, which I recommend checking out her channel. She's pretty cool. But the fact that she has like some obvious little bit suspicions behind her is part of it. The thing that really kind of makes me go, hold on a second, is Touka. Her name, in a way that one of the ways it's written translates into winter. And for those who don't know, that's significant because Hiromashima likes to name his main characters after the seasons. He had Haru Glory, for main character of Rave Master, which Haru means spring. Well, it means spring in Japanese. Obviously, in the series, it means wind, which is confusing because his name means wind, but he's a light element user. But anyway, I don't want to get off on a ramble. But we have Natsu, who's summer. We have Aki from Monster Soul, who's autumn or fall. And now we have, and we always have Shiki, who's 4 seasons. Previously known as Shiki from Monster Hunter Storm. Now reused as, name-wise at least, as Shiki from Eden Zero. And funny enough, originally, before it was this, for those who don't know, I'm just going to get into this little fun fact, is the guy on Sirius Island was always supposed to meant to be Natsu's brother, but it originally wasn't supposed to be Zareth. One of his kind of prototype names was, I think it was another word for snow. So obviously we had summer or not snow, winter. So you have summer and winter, the same way that Natsu and Zareth are very opposite to each other in a lot of ways. It would be the same thing name-wise, but it was, changed to be Zareth, the character who was talked about pretty early in the series. But now we have Touka, who's winter, and we got all these new dragons. The dragons seem to be more comfortable, I'm guessing, with Acnologia dead, that they're active to a degree, because the thing about Eleftheria is when they found him, he was in his dragon form, and the way that I believe that there's a way to mask their scent from Acnologia, because he can smell dragons and he can smell dragon slayers the same, but he couldn't smell Irene when she was 20 feet from him, and it wasn't until she turned into a dragon that he showed up and was like, oh shit, she was a dragon. Oh, it was that chick. Oh, I remember now. I think that he kind of, I have this in another video, which I'll link below as well, where I believed that something they could do in the sequel is there could have been all these other dragons in hiding, that when Acnologia was gone, they all come out and become kind of like a pariah. Like, they become the equivalent of nuclear weapons, so instead of like, how many WMDs does your country have? It becomes like, how many dragons do they have? Something like that. I think that the way that that kind of ties up is a reason why they say a year ago that Touka and Natsu met is that, or at least that they, the love was kind of born, is that a year prior is when Natsu took out Acnologia, saved the world. And I imagine all the dragons would, see Acnologia be terrified, but him dying would be a big deal to them. They'd be like, okay, we can live again. We can go out to the world. We don't have to hide away for centuries. So she could develop a love of Natsu. And that could be like its own kind of story arc, which would be really cool. She could be an ice dragon who's like, this is the guy who took down, the guy who nearly drove dragons into extinction. And obviously, fall in love with him. Plus, there hasn't been an ice dragon slayer. I think it'd be cool. Or maybe like a winter one. But yeah, that's my theory for Touka right now. I'm calling it. I'm saying she's an ice dragon slayer. Well, ice dragon / dragon slayer that turned into a dragon. Those are my things right now. I guess it would have to be a dragon or a dragon slayer, because she can turn into a human. But otherwise, thank you very much. Maybe check out my other videos. I do mostly Fairy Tail and Eden Zero content, some Black Clover, and then a smidgen of like other stuff. Like I'll do like chapter reviews, and I'll occasionally do a theory if I think I have a good theory on something like My Hero Academia, Seven Deadly Sins, even One Piece, even though I'm not a One Piece fan. But I try to be very honest. I won't lie for views. I won't try and like jump on some like shit train of like, oh, look at all these guys mad at this event, this thing that happened. Oh, I'm gonna make a video bandwagoning it to, get subs and views. I don't like to do that. I like to be honest. But yeah, maybe check out my videos. Give me a thumbs up or give me a comment below on what you think about my theory on Touka. But otherwise, yeah, thank you very much.